Former President of the Balearic Islands, José Ramón Bauzá. Great to talk to you today. How would this vaccine passport system work for the Balearics?
Hello, good morning. Pleasure to be with you. Well, I want Spain to roll out a coronavirus vaccine passport as soon as possible in order to restore tourism and transport, obviously. This is absolutely crucial for the tourism sector and its industry. However, I'm a pro-European member of the Parliament. I fully believe that this passport must be European. We should avoid the possibility of having 27 vaccine passports in the European Union, and this could heavily damage again the sector and the tourism in demand for the coming season. It's absolutely important for the Balearic Islands as well for the UK tourism that we expect it to come as soon as possible to the islands.
So the British government would need to, in your eyes, sign up to a passport that all other countries have signed up to as well, do you think, for it to work?
Yes, we hope that the passport will be signed for other countries. In fact, next week, 17th of the next week, the President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, is going to present the project of the European certificate of vaccination. I think this common passport, recognized across the European Union, will have a very positive impact in restoring mobility and travel in all the Europe, as well as the third countries. It can be, of course, the United Kingdom.
Now, in terms of the United Kingdom, of course, we had very high vaccination rates. If we don't sign up to this European vaccine passport, as proposed, what would happen to British tourists? Would they still be welcome?
Absolutely, absolutely. That internal borders of the European Union remain open. The passport must be absolutely voluntary and must not restrict the possibility of travel for those citizens who have not been vaccinated yet or because they don't want to be vaccinated. This is another possibility. The passport will allow mobility restrictions to be listed for those travelers who had the vaccine. And it will eliminate quarantines at origin or at destination and will replace the obligation to carry out all tests. It's absolutely important because it will be very flexible, non-mandatory, absolutely voluntary, and it will be a possibility to restart tourism. And we are expecting, when open arms, to all the tourism from the UK and all our friends, because we have very, very good friends from the British Islands.
Well, I know there's a lot of people from the British Islands desperate to get to a beach. It would be lovely to be in the Balearics. But just to confirm, so if you haven't signed up to this passport, you're saying that people are still very welcome to come, but that they would have to quarantine?
Well, obviously, but if you have the passport, you don't need to pass through a quarantine or in origin or destination, because you are allowed to be around the different borders, not only in Spain, obviously, but the 27 countries. That is the main important thing. The key issue is that you can move around the islands, around the European Union, and you don't need to have the passport. Sorry, if you have the passport, you don't need to stay in quarantine at the origin or at the destination. This is a very, very important thing, because too many people couldn't move because they thought if they are in the island, for example, as happened last summer when Boris Johnson decided to establish a quarantine. Some of the tourists who were in the Balearics, my friends, my neighbors are from England, and they told me, Jose, what is happening? Why can't we move to the islands again? Well, you can move, but you had to spend a quarantine when you arrive to UK. That's the main important reason. You don't need to spend the quarantine because you had the vaccination and you have in your digital, because it's an application.
Okay, very clear. José Ramón Bauzá, a former president of the Balearics. Good to talk to you. Thank you. Quick look at the weather.
A pleasure.